very quickly. Let's start with the long vowels. The long vowels are three and they are alif, waw, ya. Alif has the sound of a, just like the one in man. Waw has the sound of u, just like the one in long. And ya has the sound of e, just like the one in lead. Let's have some examples. This is the letter dal, which has the sound of d, just like the day of day or dad. And now I will add the long vowels to it. D and alif becomes da, D and waw becomes do, D and ya becomes di. So da, do, di. An example of da is dar, an example of do is dur, and an example of di is din. Another example is meme. It has the sound of meh, just like the meh in man. And when we add the long vowels to it, it becomes ma, mu, mi. Examples of it are mal, which means money, Musa, which is a name of Prophet Moses, and mil, which is mile. Short vowels, or what we call harakat. The short vowels are harakat in Arabic. Harakat is the plural of haraka. In English, haraka means movement. The mission of a haraka here is to move a letter, which means it changes the status of a letter from one pronunciation to another. Harakat also help in the syllabification of letters and make smooth the pronunciation. Harakat are very important to master as they change the meaning of words even though when they have the same letters. Remember, harakat are not letters. Now let's have them in detail. The harakat are three. They are fatha, dhamma, and kasra. The fatha is a slanted small line positioned over a letter. The pronunciation of fatha is the same as the pronunciation of the sound e in the word let. The second haraka is dhamma. It looks like a comma positioned over a letter, and the pronunciation of dhamma is the same as that of the sound u in the word look. The third haraka is kasra. It is a slanted small line positioned below a letter, and the pronunciation of kasra is the same as that of I in the word lit. So fatha is a, dhamma is u, and kasra is e. There are some other harakat which are important to learn. We will consider two of them today and leave the others for next classes. The first one to learn is shadda. Shadda looks like the English number 3 facing a ceiling. It is equivalent to the stress in the English pronunciation, and it simply refers to a double letter. Let's have an example of it. Look at these two words. Apparently they are the same because they have the same letters, ain, lam, mim. But if we notice the harakat over the middle letter, we will get that they are different words. Each has a different pronunciation and a different meaning. Alam and allam. Notice the stress or the shadda over the middle letter. Allam. The second harakat to learn is sukun. Sukun in English means silence. It is a small circle over a letter, and it means that this letter has no harakat. Please notice that silence doesn't mean silent, just like the silent letter in English, because in Arabic there are no silent letters. All the letters are pronounced. Let's have an example of it. Look at these two words. Without the harakat, they look exactly the same, since they have the same letters. But noticing the harakat, the word to the right is pronounced as daraj, and the second is pronounced as durj. Notice that there is a sukun over the second letter of the left one, while there is a fatha over the right one. Now remember the harakat. Fatha is e, dhamma is u, kasra is I, shadda is a double letter, and sukun is silence, which means no harakat. Covering the vowels, let's see where to find them in a keyboard. Let's start with long vowels. Alif is found with the same key of H. Waw is found with the key of larger than, and ya is found with D. Now the harakat. Fatha is found with Q, dhamma is found with E, kasra is with A, shadda is with a slight key, and sukun is found with X. Please notice that in order to type a haraka, you need to press and hold the shift key. So in order to get fatha, press shift and Q. For dhamma, press shift and E. For kasra, press shift and A. For sukoon, shift and X. And for shadda, shift and light key. Of course, this is done after you change the language direction into Arabic. Now let's have a very quick view at the Arabic letters. Inshallah, I will introduce them in details in the coming lessons starting from lesson number 3. Today I'm going only to show the pronunciation of a letter and where to find it in a keyboard. These are the Arabic letters: Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Dal, Ra, Zai, Sin, Shin, Sad, Dad, Ta, Ba, Ain, Ghain, Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Waw, Ya. Let's start with Alif. Alif has the sound of A, just like the one in man, and we can find it with the H key in the keyboard. Ba has the sound of B, just like B of boy, and we can find it with F. Ta has the sound of T, just like the T of take, and we can find it with J key. Tha has the sound of Th, just like the one of 3, and we can find it with E. Jim has the sound of J, just like the J of job, and we can find it with the shorter than key. Ha has the sound of Ha. It is not found in English. Let's have a look at its place of articulation. Ha is found here and it is made by the center throat. Please try to pronounce it Ha with the center throat. Ha, Ha. The position of Ha in the keyboard is with P. The letter Kha has the sound of Khe. It is not found in English and its place of articulation is made by the upper throat. Please try to pronounce it Kha, Kha, Kha. Kha can be found with the O key in the keyboard. Dal has the pronunciation of D, just like the D of day, and it can be found with the larger than key. The has the pronunciation of the, just like the of the. That sounds funny. And we can find it in with the light key. Ra has the pronunciation of re, just like the re of ran, and it can be found with the V key. Zai has the pronunciation of z, just like the z in zebra, and it can be found with the shorter than or the dot. Sin has the same pronunciation of se, just like the se of C, and it is found with the S key. Shin has the pronunciation of she, just like the she of shab, and it is located with A. Sad has the pronunciation of sa. There is no equivalent to sad in English. It is an alveolo-dental and it is made by the tip of tongue touches the edge of upper two front teeth. Try to pronounce it. Sa. Sa. It is not like se. It is a little bit to the back of se. Se. Sa. So there is a difference. Se. This is sin. Sa. This is sad. Sa. Sa. Sad is found with the W key. Dad has the pronunciation of the and it is not found in English. Actually, with this particular letter, Arabic is known to be called Lughatud Dad, the language of Dad, since this letter is only found in Arabic and not in any other language in the world. Its place of articulation is molar, where the upturned sides of tongue touches gums of upper back teeth. Actually, the is or dad is problematic for many Arabs because there is another letter which is almost has the same pronunciation, which is the. Or in reciting Quran, there is a special emphasis that people have to make effort to pronounce it correctly. Please try to pronounce it. Dad, the. By the way, it is problematic for some Arabs because it is not found in their accents. Dad is found with the Q key. And ta also has no equivalent in English. It is a little bit harder than t. It is ta, not t. It is ta, not t. Ta is made by the tip of the tongue, while ta is a little bit to the back. Ta is dental, where the tip of the tongue touches the gums of upper two front teeth. Please try to pronounce it. Ta, ta, ta. Ta is found with the quotation mark. Ba has the pronunciation of the and has no equivalent in English. Its place of articulation is alveolar dental. The tip of the tongue touches the edges of the upper two front teeth. Try to pronounce it, please. The. Bad is found with a question mark. Ain also has no equivalent in English. It has a pronunciation of a. Ain is pronounced with the center of throat. Try to pronounce it. Ain, a. Please notice that it is not a, it is a. It is found with U in the keyboard. Ghain also has no equivalent in English. It is ghe, and it is done by the upper throat. Ghain, ghe, and it is found with the Y key. Fa has the pronunciation of fa, just like the fa in fat, and it is found with the T. Qaf is not found in English. It has the pronunciation of qa, which is a little bit to the back of k, and it is made by the back of tongue, rises and touches soft palate, so please try to pronounce it. Qaf, qa. It is placed with the R key. Kaf has the pronunciation of K, just like the K in kick. That is placed with the two dots. Lam has the pronunciation of Le, just like the Le of lead, and it is placed with G key. Mim has the pronunciation of Me, just like the Me in man, and it is placed with the L key. Noon has the pronunciation of Ne, just like the Ne in man, and it is placed with the K. Ha has the pronunciation of He, just like the He in heart, and it is found with the I key. Please notice that when you press the Ha key, you will get this only little circle. When you connect this to another letter, it will get its own shape, but when you want to type it alone in isolation, you need an extension to show it like this. So you need to press Shift and J key in order to get the Ha shown here. Waw has the pronunciation of O, just like the O of woman, and it is found with the comma. And the last letter is Ya. Ya has the pronunciation of Ye, just like the Ye of year, and it is found with the D letter. Covering all the alphabets of Arabic, let's try to read some words. Please repeat after me. Qat. Please notice the kasra here under the qa and the sukun over the ta. So qat. Ruz. There is a dhamma over ra and sukun over z or zai. Ruz. Layl. There is a fatha over the lam and a sukun over the ya and the last lam. So layl. Fam. Ain. Hud. Thalj. Kursi. Midrab. Let's have examples from Quran. The first word is bisn. Please notice the ba with a kasra, sin, the middle letter with a sukun, and the last letter mim with a kasra also. If you pronounce the word in isolation, you don't need to pronounce the last haraka. So you say bisn. But when you connect it, you have to pronounce the last haraka. So you say bismillahi. Okay. So bism. The second word is Rabbi. Notice the shadda. Rabbi. The next is Nasta'in. نستعين. Notice the sukun, it will make a break here. نستعين, نستعين. Now your turn. Try to transcribe the following. I'm not going to read the words, of course. They are 6 words. And I want you to write your name in Arabic in the comments and transcribe it in English. Exercise number 2, transcribe the underlined words. This is the same surah which we had examples from. Transcribe only the underlined words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the end of our lesson. Inshallah, we will have the syllabification and the definite article in the next class. And if you have any question, please let me know in the comment bar. Please share this lesson with your friends who like to learn Arabic. Please let me know if you want me to add you to the Arabic group, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to join the Telegram, this is a new channel that I have started for friends who have no access to YouTube or Facebook. I will be uploading the lessons there. The last word is that thank you very much for listening, and fi amanillah. God bless.